Welcome to The Explainer. So have you ever caught yourself wondering why you keep finding yourself in the exact same frustrating relationship dynamic? Well, today we're uncovering these subconscious codes that are quietly sabotaging your relationships and preventing you from finding that lasting, secure connection. I mean, really think about it. Why do you keep dating the exact same emotionally unavailable person? Look, I want to be completely straight with you right out of the gate here. This isn't just a string of bad luck. It's a hidden pattern, deeply ingrained in your mind, and it is absolutely demanding your attention. Okay, let's dive into this. What you're actually dealing with is what psychologists call a childhood blueprint. Basically, this is a subconscious code written during your formative years that literally forces you to blindly repeat painful romantic patterns. You see, we're often addicted to the chaos of trying to win love from people who are just biologically incapable of giving it. We kind of think we're choosing freely, right? But honestly, we're really just reading from a very old script. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to start by decoding the blueprint of romantic sabotage, then we'll break down the anxious, avoidant, and disorganized styles, and finally, we'll cover exactly how to build secure attachment. And don't worry, after we diagnose these archetypes, we will absolutely provide the roadmap to fixing them. All right, part 1, the blueprint of romantic sabotage, decoding the subconscious. I want you to let this quote really sink in. You aren't afraid of commitment. You are just addicted to the chaos of trying to win love from people who are biologically incapable of giving it. It's a bit of tough love, I know, but the core problem isn't that the dating pool is terrible, even though, yeah, it can definitely feel like that. The real problem lies in our foundational internal wiring. Our brains basically force us to repeat these exhausting cycles, seeking something impossible just to validate an old wound. Which brings us to part 2, the anxious attachment style, also known as the chaser. When you're the chaser, it is exhausting. Your nervous system immediately hits the panic button the absolute second your partner goes quiet. You're sending the double texts, you're hyperanalyzing these microscopic changes in their tone of voice, constantly seeking impossible reassurance, and basically treating love like a hostage negotiation. And why? Because childhood inconsistency taught you that connection is incredibly fragile. So relationships stop being partnerships and just turn into this full-time job of constant surveillance. It's literally like gripping the steering wheel so tight that you crash the car, just to prove you're still driving. Chasers genuinely think they're loving their partner deeply by obsessing over them, but the brutal truth? They're actually just trying to manage their own overwhelming anxiety. Let's move to and see how this builds in part 3, the avoidant attachment style, or the runner. Now this is the exact opposite end of the spectrum. For the runner, the moment a relationship starts getting truly intimate, an invisible alarm just goes off in your head telling you you're trapped. You feel suffocated. You start picking apart tiny irrelevant flaws, like how your partner chews or laughs, just to justify pulling away. You demand space and constantly associate intimacy with a complete loss of control. This happens because the avoidant brain learned a truly tragic equation in childhood. Relying on people is dangerous. Because early needs were treated as a burden, you learn to just shut your emotions down to survive. You aren't actually protecting your independence. It's more like building a massive emotional fortress, locking yourself inside and then deciding to starve. And that is the ultimate tragedy of the avoidant. They secretly crave the exact same connection they're running away from, but they're utterly terrified of the vulnerability required to actually get it. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when these two meet, the chaser versus the runner. It's a tragic dynamic. The anxious person panics and grasps for closeness, which, of course, immediately triggers the avoidant's invisible alarm, demanding escape. One pushes, the other pulls, and both end up completely drained. All right, moving on to part 4, the disorganized attachment style, also known as the chaotic. This one is the most confusing dynamic of all. It is the ultimate paradox. Desperately craving love, but then panicking and pushing it away the exact second you get it. This happens when the people who were supposed to be your safe space in childhood were also a source of fear. Your brain literally wired love and danger together. So it's this constant dizzying game of, come here, wait, no, get away from me. One foot slammed on the gas and one foot slammed on the brake at the exact same time. If you resonate with this, I really want you to hear me on this. You aren't broken. You really aren't. Your brain is just stuck in this constant state of emotional whiplash, trying to survive a threat that simply isn't there anymore. Which brings us to the climax of our explainer. Part 5, building secure attachment and rewriting the code. How do we actually escape these sabotage cycles? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is seeing what secure attachment actually looks like in reality. It's not some impossible fairy tale, and secure people definitely aren't perfect. But they don't treat relationships like a battlefield. They're comfortable with intimacy without losing their own identity. If a secure person's partner needs space, they don't hit the panic button. They literally just go read a book. They communicate clearly, no games, no using jealousy as a tool. They simply don't view needs, theirs or their partner's, as a threat. So the crucial point is this concept of earned security. This is the process of unlearning your attachment blueprint. Because here is a massively hopeful message. If you're anxious, avoidant, or disorganized, you are not cursed. These are learned behaviors, which means they can absolutely be unlearned. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can rewrite their code and earn secure attachment. So how do we actually do it? Well, step 1, recognize your attachment blueprint for exactly what it is. Step 2, become acutely aware of your triggers. And step 3, actively choose not to act on them. Building a secure future means consciously stopping the repetition of your past. You essentially have to intercept that subconscious code right before it executes. Let's break that down by your specific blueprint. If you're anxious, you need to learn to self-soothe and realize that a pause in communication is literally just a pause, not an abandonment. If you're avoidant, you have to take the terrifying risk to let yourself actually need someone else, viewing connection as a strength, not a trap. And if you're disorganized, the work is about slowly uncoupling the idea of love from the expectation of pain. And remember, disorganized feeling often requires immense patience and sometimes professional help, and that is completely 100% okay. So, I'll leave you with this. Which attachment blueprint are you ready to rewrite? Take a look inward today. Because once you recognize your style, you can finally stop outsmarting your own subconscious and start building a deeply secure future. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer. Let us know your blueprint in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.